I love that the Super Bowl has two women performing this year, that they have two Latinos performing this year.
That's what Jennifer Lopez said publicly before her and Shakira took the stage together for the Super Bowl halftime show in 2020. This is what J.Lo was saying privately.
This is the worst idea in the world to have two people do the Super Bowl. It was the worst idea in the world.
In her new Netflix documentary Halftime, which came out today, Jennifer reveals that she thought everything had aligned perfectly for her to have her Super Bowl moment.
This is going to be the year. It's in Miami. They want a Latina. It looked like I was the front runner.
But as it all played out, she had to share the stage with Shakira. And before the comments go in that direction, let's be clear. Jennifer is not upset that she had to share the stage with Shakira. It was because the year before, Maroon 5 got to perform solo. So Jennifer took issue that she had to share the stage with another superstar. Jennifer had earned the right to have that stage on her own. Her and Shakira had no issues with each other and had very open communication about their nearly impossible task.
Listen, I know that the Super Bowl people want us to be weaved throughout the show. I haven't had a confirmation about how many minutes I'm gonna have on stage.
I got kind of a good confirmation that we could have an extra minute or two. So now we're at like 13, 14 minutes. If it was gonna be a double headliner, they should have given us 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they should have done.
So now J.Lo had to deliver everything we would expect of her in 6.5 minutes.
We have 30 seconds of a song if we want, and if we take a minute, that's it. We got 5 left. But there's got to be certain songs that we sing though. You know what I mean? Like, we have to have our singing moments. It's not gonna be a dance fucking review.
And even in those final rehearsals, Jennifer was still being met with resistance from the white men that hide behind the NFL logo.
We're trying to squeeze this down to the bare minimum. It's hard because it's such a big stage, Rick. It's such a big stage, and it's such an important show. And all of us have dreamed of doing it, and it's been a nightmare since we started. Trying to give you something with substance. Not just us out there shaking our fucking asses and fucking belly dancing. I want something real. I want something that's gonna make a statement.
One of the very subtle moments, but very powerful moments, was when Jennifer's daughter, Emmy, sang from inside a cage to represent the Latinos who Trump had labeled the enemy, you know, the rapists and drug dealers that were coming to America. In the doc, it was revealed that the white men who run the NFL tried to pull that imagery 24 hours before the Super Bowl.
To take out the cages and sacrifice what I believe in would be like never being there at all. We're not changing the show. The Super Bowl is tomorrow, and we're not changing anything.
So Jennifer had very specific direction for her daughter.
I said, you look right down that camera and you tell every little girl in the world to get loud and to never, ever back down from bringing light to injustice. And so that was a big part of it for me. I've been thinking about the Super Bowl probably since I started recording records in 1999. Mm-hmm. As challenging as this has been, and different than what I thought it was gonna be. I'm sorry for being siendo Latino de este país.
So there's a lot to say here. Jennifer had obviously earned the right to have that stage solo. Like I said, if Maroon 5 had earned that right, if The Weeknd had earned that right, Jennifer Lopez had certainly earned that right. She's one of the greatest entertainers, not only of today, but of all time. So yeah, she earned the right to have that stage solo, and that has nothing to do with Shakira. Shakira is outside of this conversation. You can have the Shakira argument another day. Just in terms of Jennifer Lopez had earned that right to have that stage by herself. And bravo to Jennifer Lopez that in 6.5 minutes, she made a more memorable halftime show than The Weeknd did or Maroon 5 did in double that time. All I remember of Maroon 5 show is that Adam took off his shirt, and then I remember The Weeknd ran through that like hall of mirrors, and then he ran out onto the field at one point. And I like Maroon 5, and I like The Weeknd, but like I don't remember the shows. I remember more of J.Lo shows, and she did it in half the time, so bravo to her. And for those who are going to say, just shut up and sing, The cage thing was a very subtle moment. It wasn't like an in-your-face thing that distracted from the whole show. It was a subtle moment that she put in there, and she wanted to do it. And the reality is she's an American citizen, and she's allowed to express her opinion. If you're jealous that your voice is just simply typing away into a digital abyss, that ain't Jennifer Lopez's problem. Like, sorry, your self-worth is not Jennifer Lopez's problem. And if you're still upset 2.5 years later that a Latina woman who is an American citizen expressed her opinion, how about you channel some of that energy into the fact that white men keep performing mass shootings on a daily basis in your country? Today, yesterday, tomorrow. Come on, channel some of that energy towards that. Yeah, what do you think of Jennifer Lopez being very open about the battle that she had with the NFL over her halftime show?